Killed by debt. Would you have seen this coming? A store you probably bought your first apartment's towels and pillows from just vanished. Not restructured, not sold off to a competitor, gone. Every single store closed for good. Let's talk about Linens and Things. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, this place was everywhere. Big box stores, wall-to-wall bedding, kitchenware, curtains, that one aisle of weird gadgets you didn't know you needed. It was basically Bed Bath & Beyond's biggest rival. Then in 2006, a private equity firm called Apollo Management bought the company in what's called a leveraged buyout. That's when investors buy a company mostly using borrowed money, and the company itself ends up on the hook for that debt. So Linens and Things didn't just have to sell towels and sheets anymore. It had to sell enough towels and sheets to pay off over $1 billion in new debt. Yeah, that'll definitely work out. And for a while, they tried. But then the retail landscape started shifting. Bed Bath & Beyond was out executing them. Target and Walmart were undercutting them on price. And Linens and Things, buried under interest payments, didn't have the cash to renovate stores, update its online presence, or compete on price. In May 2008, they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's a legal process meant to help a company reorganize its debt while still operating. Filing for Chapter 11 does not automatically mean a company shuts down. Plenty of companies file and come out the other side leaner. Linens and Things tried to be one of them. They looked for a buyer. They looked for fresh investment. And then the financial crisis hit in the fall of 2008, right when credit basically froze everywhere. Banks weren't exactly handing out lifelines to a struggling home goods chain buried in debt. By early 2009, the company gave up trying to reorganize and converted to liquidation. All remaining stores closed. Thousands of employees lost their jobs. And here's the sarcastic part that isn't really funny once you sit with it. The buyout that was supposed to make the company more valuable is a big part of what buried it in debt it couldn't survive a downturn with. The lesson here isn't complicated. Piling massive debt onto a retail company right before an economic storm is a gamble, and gambles don't always pay off. Debt doesn't care about your brand loyalty or your store count. It just needs to be paid. So what do you think? Was this doomed the moment Apollo signed that deal? Or did the 2008 crash just seal a fate that was already coming? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe. We post a new bankruptcy story every day. Which company's collapse do you want to see next? Write it in the comments.